What's up, guys? You can't really see me. It is dark out here. Had to get the crazy dog out. I'm going to dedicate this one to the strength coaches out there. The guys, the girls running the independent gym. A lot of respect because I know how hard it is. Been doing it for a long time. So let's get a couple people rolling through, and I'm dedicating this episode to the independent strength coach. We got a lot of people rolling up. What's up? Looks like the 9 o'clock time is the best time. Chop wood, carry water, no doubt. Chris Kuleza in the house. Peter, what's up? Johnny Monstrous. We got the regular hammers in the house. So, come on, girl. I had a message that came in, and this is kind of like, I check my emails in the morning. I'm up at 5 a.m. getting that work done. Then I stop somewhere around 6:30 a.m., start getting lunches made, food made, breakfast. I start doing the stuff for the kids. So I haven't gotten to my email, just a little bit on the phone, but a great message came through. And man, I got to tell you, after being at the Division I level at 2 different universities, running my own facility, it is infinitely harder to run your own facility. And there's a lot of great coaches out there that purposely avoided running their own facility because they knew it was tough. It is tough. It's super rewarding working with the athletes, but then the business aspect is very tough. So somebody had seen my posts about talking about how I went through a serious rut about 6 years ago, because after Hurricane Sandy, half of my gym, my one location, I lost half of the members minimum. I refunded all their membership money because for 2 weeks we had no power in that area. I kind of got back into that whole depression crap. I got sick. I had some like flu bug or pneumonia, and then I had signed a lease for one of my current locations. And he said, "So how did you get out of your rut?" And not that I was in a rut ever since then. I certainly had the ups and downs, but the big thing that has helped this past 6-7 months was, number one, I stopped comparing myself to others. Like, I know that my business, I know that the underground strength gym is much different than other people's gyms. I don't really train adults. Most people have said to me, if you don't train adults, you'll be out of business. I don't believe in that. I believe in what I'm doing, and I'm basically unstoppable when I believe in what I'm doing. So number one, stop comparing yourself to others. You will never feel successful when you're comparing yourself to what somebody else is doing. Not only that, how do you really know what they're doing? You're looking at somebody's Instagram, you're looking at their Facebook and YouTube. We're looking at little clips of their life. We're not looking at their life. Come on, girl. So that's number one, stop comparing yourself. Number two, I got back to attending seminars, training seminars, business seminars, getting back and out of my comfort zone, because for a while I was just saying to myself, I just want to coach and go from the gym to the house. So that's what I did. Is that my man LaSalle? It's my man LaSalle. Number three, come on, girl. Got back into a mastermind and hired a business coach. And simply hiring a business coach has raised the fire inside of me, because the thing about me is I've always been respectful of coaches from my high school years, knowing what the coaches and how they've changed my life. I always say, almost everything I've learned about life, I could have learned it in that high school wrestling room. So I am accountable to a coach. And what's so interesting about the strength coaches that are not crushing it, they're really struggling, is they're wondering why people won't invest in their business or why they struggle, yet they will not invest in themselves to get a coach. So if you won't hire a coach, why would somebody hire you as a coach? It's a strange dichotomy. It's very ironic. And if you believe in coaching that much, then you should have a coach. Come on, girl. So those were the big takeaways for me. And then, of course, my attitude, my mindset, doing a lot of work with Spartan Race. It's, being part of the Spartan family. Look, you got to be a Spartan. You can't talk about it. You got to be about it. My man LaSalle, I think about you all the time, buddy. I'm going to reach out to you and see how you're doing. Hopefully you're not killing the Brooklyn pizza still. So let's take a couple of questions. I'll take some questions while my dog is running until she tires out. And I will be posting up. Colin, what's up? Thank you. I will be posting a new podcast, not a Strong Life Insider. That's my shorter podcast, which you guys should subscribe to. Just go on iTunes, Strong Life Insider. We also have the Strong Life podcast. I was interviewed on Joel Smith's Just Fly Sports podcast, which is great. He's a track and field coach at a Division I college out in California, and he asked me the questions that people love to hear about. What was the startup like? How did I overcome the struggles? How have things changed in my decade plus of running a strength and conditioning facility? So it's very powerful. We got into the training and the business. So I'm going to post that up. And a reminder, those of you that are serious, you want to succeed as a gym owner, an independent strength coach, or an independent sport coach, you got to get the recordings of the Strong Life Experience. You have to put in the 3 W's, www.stronglifeexperience.com, and then you'll be able to see the recordings. And myself and the guest coaches, what I advise is that you watch one portion of the seminar each day. So you give yourself an hour. Each portion is about 45 minutes, each presentation. And then what you do is you take 15 minutes to reflect. 15 minutes on what big takeaway do I have from this presentation, from this coach, and how am I going to take action? And then you take action immediately. I learned that way back in the day from Tony Robbins, being at his event, Unleash the Power Within. I was in my early 20s, third-year teacher, took my entire 2-week paycheck, $1,500, and purchased a VIP seat at his seminar. And I remember him talking about, just do one thing. Pick up that phone, make a phone call, send an email. He goes, because now you are in state. You are in that state of mind where you start getting warmed up. Arnold Schwarzenegger spoke about this with his best workouts. He said, oftentimes I didn't feel like training, but I just started doing a little warm-up. And then the mind, muscle, the body, he started saying, now you hear the dial tone. You pick up the phone, you hear the dial tone, meaning now the body's starting to respond to the work I'm doing. And I got a lot of, not only do I have a lot of respect for the independent strength coaches out there like myself, fighting to make it happen, but I want to help build an army of independent strength coaches where we are not in this struggle mode, right? I used to be in that struggle mode, and it's because you had the wrong mindset and you're trying to, there's a saying out there, you can't get blood from a stone. What does that mean? Why are you trying to, a stone does not bleed. So don't try to work with people or reach out to people that aren't interested. They're not going to buy anything. They're not going to invest in themselves. I've even gotten to a point where I'm not going to work with a strength coach unless they're already running a business. The startup stuff is easy. Go and listen to all my podcasts and all the interviews that I've done. It's out there for free. I want to work with the people, the coaches that I know are already in it and already building an income because they're vested. They're doing it. Once you're taking action with all the free stuff I give away, then I know you're ready to invest in the real stuff. D-Ren said, I don't know if you've heard of them, but have you heard of Barbell Medicine? They're doing some amazing things. I don't know what they're doing, but I'm pretty sure I've seen that. I think they're affiliated with Starting Strength, if I'm correct. What separates wrestlers who make it to college and those who don't? Some of them are burnt out. Come on, girl. Some of them are burnt out. Some of them don't want to do the work. They hate working hard. Some of them get to the college level, and they might be a multiple all-state, or they might even be a national champion in high school. Then they get to college, and they might be 4th string. And now it's a matter of time. Who is willing to keep doing the work while the others might quit? Because you never know when it's going to be your time. You may not be the clear-cut #1 guy in the lineup, but what if somebody gets injured? What if somebody gives up? What if somebody quits? What if somebody, you know, decides to transfer out? There's so many factors. And from the Division I university, I found that it was the guys that were just consistently living the championship lifestyle. That was most impressive to me. Strength and conditioning research, that's really not my gig. I'm more of like the guy that's in the gym, boots on the ground, always on the floor. So strength and conditioning research, I would reach out to Dr. Andy Galpin, and you can find him on Instagram. Just Google him. He's an awesome guy. How much do you need to invest? You never stop investing in yourself. That's the truth. You're always buying books, and you may not invest with dollars. You're investing in your time, your energy, your effort, and that's where most people give up. See, the thing about me is I believe so deeply about changing the lives of these young athletes that if you think I'm going to stop running the underground strength gym or stop doing what I'm doing for other strength coaches, you're going to have to kill me. That's how much I believe in it. I believe in changing lives through strength, so I'm basically unstoppable. And that mindset is crucial if you want to succeed, because you will have tough times. This may be basic, but reading speed is a limiting factor for me. Speed reading, Google speed reading course, or just go on YouTube and you will find speed reading courses and figure out how to read for speed. Pretty sure Tim Ferriss has a blog post on speed reading. Other things you could do, get a book on Audible and play it at 1.5 times speed. I know a lot of people who do that. For me, I don't do that. I prefer to enjoy the books I read. I don't want to rush through it. I also enjoy listening to a book on regular speed. I'm not in a rush to try to make it through the book. So that would be a tip for you. But anyway, guys, what are the mentors or leaders that you contact regularly? Craig Ballantyne is a mentor and business coach to me. And I tell you what, we reconnected after probably not speaking for, man, I'm going to say 7 years, maybe even longer. Joe DeSena, of course, is a mentor to me, even though he's a close friend. We always talk about life. We talk about business. And sometimes I feel like I'm just being mentored by the podcasts I listen to, by the books that I'm reading. So, but right now, Craig Ballantyne is my business coach, and Joe DeSena, we are business partners. So, you got it. You're welcome. Good stuff. Hard to see where I'm throwing this ball. All right, guys, I got to cut out. www.stronglifeexperience. We're going to shut it down Friday night. I think the plan was to shut it down Sunday, but I hate dragging out a launch. I don't even like emailing people or saying, hey, go get this, go get that. But you know what? If you haven't stepped up to get it yet, the time is now. And like waiting 2 days is not going to suddenly help. And I'm a big believer in people who want something, they get after it now. It's that sense of urgency. I've seen this with sports and athletics. You know, everybody who's like, I'll wait till the season is over. I'll wait until August is over. I'll wait until this day or that day. The sun and the moon will not suddenly align perfectly and everything will be smooth sailing. It doesn't work that way. There is no perfection. That's a myth. There is no perfect time. But that sense of urgency separates good from great. www.stronglifeexperience. Peace out, guys. Much respect.